Jack Nicklaus. Jack Nicklaus holds the record for most major championship wins with 18, spanning from 1962 to 1986. This isn't just about quantity, it's about sustained excellence across 24 years. 6 Masters, 5 PGA championships, 4 US Opens, and 3 Open championships. His majors span different eras of golf, from wooden drivers to metal woods, from small purses to big money. He also had 19 runner-up finishes in majors, showing incredible consistency when it mattered most. Picture this: Augusta National 1986. Jack is 46 years old, written off by most. He's tied for 9th entering Sunday, 6 shots back. Then magic happens. On the back 9, Jack shoots 36 under par in 9 holes. At the par 5 15th, he hits a perfect 4-iron to 12 feet and makes eagle. The roars at Augusta were deafening. On 16, he nearly aces it, tapping in for birdie. On 17, another birdie. When he tapped in for par on 18, he had his 6th green jacket and 18th major. The crowd stormed the green like he'd just won the Super Bowl. Tiger Woods, the closest contender, stalled at 15 majors. Rory McIlroy has 4. Scottie Scheffler has 2 Masters titles. Modern golf's depth makes accumulating 18 majors nearly impossible. You'd need to win a major every 1.3 years for 24 straight years. The physical and mental toll of sustained excellence over decades is unmatched. Speaking of sustained excellence, let's talk about the most consistent run in golf history: Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods made the cut in 142 consecutive PGA Tour events from 1998 to 2005, surpassing Byron Nelson's 113. This streak showcases Tiger's consistency during his peak years, 7 years without missing a weekend. The average PGA Tour player makes 3 consecutive cuts. Tiger made 142. This wasn't just showing up either. During this streak, Tiger won 36 tournaments and 8 majors while never missing a cut. He navigated tough courses, injuries, and pressure without faltering. The streak finally ended at the 2005 Byron Nelson Championship at Cottonwood Valley. Tiger needed par on the final hole to make the cut. His approach shot found the green, but his first putt slid past the hole. Standing over a 6-footer to keep the streak alive with thousands watching and knowing the history on the line, Tiger's putt caught the edge and spun out. 1 stroke. After 142 consecutive cuts, 1 stroke ended the most consistent run in golf history. The irony? It happened at the tournament, named after the man whose cut record Tiger had already destroyed. Today's fields are deeper than ever with global talent and unpredictable course setups. Even top players like Rory McIlroy or Scottie Scheffler rarely string together more than 20 cuts. The mental and physical endurance required for 142 straight cuts in today's competitive landscape is staggering. But if you think 142 cuts is impressive, wait until you hear about the most savage winning streak in sports history: Byron Nelson. Byron Nelson won 11 straight PGA Tour events in 1945, including the PGA Championship and Canadian Open, with 18 total wins that year. This was part of Nelson's legendary 1945 season, where he won 18 of 30 tournaments entered, a 60% win rate. His scoring average that year was 68.33, the second lowest in PGA history. The streak included victories against top players like Sam Snead and Ben Hogan, proving it wasn't just about weak fields. He had 28 top 5 finishes in 30 events that year. The streak began at the Miami 4-Ball in March 1945. Nelson and his partner Harold "Jug" McSpadden dominated the field by 8 shots. From there, it was like watching a machine. The Charlotte Open, Greensboro Open, Durham Open. Nelson was unstoppable. At the Canadian Open in August, Nelson held a 4-stroke lead entering the final round. The pressure was immense. 11 straight wins on the line with the golf world watching. Nelson shot 68 in the final round, winning by 4 strokes and cementing the most dominant streak in golf history. Rory McIlroy's best winning streak was 3 in 2014. Tiger's best was 7 in 2006 to 2007. Today's parity makes even 3 consecutive wins rare. The depth of talent ensures this record's safety. You'd need to be so dominant, you're essentially playing a different sport than everyone else. If you love this video, subscribe now and help us hit 5,000 golf fans by month's end. That wasn't the end of it for Nelson. He also holds another record that's equally mind-blowing: Sam Snead and Tiger Woods. Sam Snead and Tiger Woods are tied for the most PGA Tour wins with 82 each. Snead's spanned 1936 to 1965. Woods is from 1996 to 2019. Snead won across 3 decades, different equipment, different courses, 7 majors, but his longevity was unmatched. Tiger matched him with 15 majors and a ridiculous 40% win ratio from 1999 to 2003. Rory McIlroy, with 27 wins, is the closest active player. The modern game's depth makes 82 wins a distant dream. Tiger's 82nd win came at the 2019 Masters, his first major in 11 years. After his car crash, personal struggles, and multiple back surgeries, many thought he was done. But at Augusta, Tiger turned back the clock. Playing with Francesco Molinari in the final group, Tiger was 2 shots back entering Sunday. Then Molinari found the water on 12 and Tiger pounced. A birdie on 15, another on 16. When he tapped in for bogey on 18, he had tied Snead's record and won his 15th major. The roar was so loud it registered on seismographs. McIlroy, at 35, would need 55 more wins to tie this record, roughly 3 wins per year for 18 years. In today's competitive landscape with 150-plus players capable of winning any week, accumulating 82 victories requires sustained dominance that borders on impossible. Speaking of Tiger's dominance, let's talk about the most lopsided major victory in history. Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods won the 2000 U.S. Open at Pebble Beach by 15 strokes, the largest margin of victory in major championship history. This wasn't just any U.S. Open. It was at Pebble Beach, one of the toughest courses in the world. Tiger finished at 12 under par, while the next closest players, Ernie Els and Miguel Angel Jimenez, were at 3 over. That's a 15-shot gap in the toughest tournament in golf. His dominance redefined golf's ceiling. Tiger opened with a 65, putting himself 6 shots ahead after round 1. By Saturday, he led by 10. Sunday wasn't about who would win. It was about whether Tiger would break every record in the book. On the par 4 6th hole, Tiger hit a 6-iron from 177 yards to within 6 feet and made the putt. The crowd went wild. On 8, he hit a wedge to 2 feet. By the time he reached 18, fans were chanting, "Tiger!" He 2-putted for par in the most dominant major victory ever. The final leaderboard looked like a video game. Modern majors rarely see margins above 5 strokes due to competitive fields. The U.S. Open's brutal setups are designed to prevent runaways. Today's fields are too deep, too talented. You might get a 3 or 4 shot win, but 15? That's unthinkable. And that performance was so dominant it sparked debates about competition strength. But here's a record that's purely about longevity. Phil Mickelson. Phil Mickelson stayed in the world's top 50 rankings for 1,353 weeks. 26 years from 1993 to 2019. This record spans multiple generations of golfers. When Phil first broke into the top 50 in November 1993, Tiger Woods was still an amateur and Bill Clinton had just been sworn in as president. The streak included 6 majors, 45 PGA Tour wins, and countless memorable moments. Greg Norman's 331 weeks is second, far behind. The streak finally ended at the 2019 WGC HSBC champions in China. Phil shot rounds of 75, 74, 73, 69 to finish tied for 73rd. It was a quiet end to an incredible run. But here's the kicker: 2 years later, at age 50, Phil won the 2021 PGA Championship at Kiawah Island, becoming the oldest major winner in history. Standing on the 18th tee with a 2-shot lead, Phil crushed his drive down the fairway. As he walked to his ball, fans stormed the fairway in celebration. It was chaos, but Phil loved every second of his historic victory. Sustaining top 50 status for 26 years requires rare longevity and adaptability. Modern players like McIlroy or Dustin Johnson face burnout or injuries. Rory would need to maintain his form for another 15 seasons to approach this record. By the way, if you guys want to subscribe, I'm going to start posting every day. Thanks. Anyway, speaking of age-defying performances, Byron Nelson. Byron was in the top 10 in 65 consecutive PGA Tour events from 1942 to 1946. This streak included his 11-win run in 1945. During that magical season alone, Nelson had 28 top 5 finishes in 30 events. This wasn't just consistency. This was dominance on a level we can't comprehend today. The streak spanned 4 years and multiple seasons, showcasing incredible sustained excellence. The streak began at the 1942 Texas Open, where Nelson finished tied for second. From there, he never finished outside the top 10 for 4 straight years. At the 1945 Byron Nelson Golf Classic, yes, a tournament eventually named after him, Nelson shot rounds of 69, 67, 63, 69 to win by 8 strokes. The gallery followed him like he was a rock star. Fans would line up just to watch him practice. When he finally finished outside the top 10 at the 1946 New Orleans Open with a tie for 11th, it felt like the end of an era. Modern players struggle to string together 10 consecutive top 10s. Today's deeper fields and global competition make this virtually impossible. Tiger's best comparable streak was 89 consecutive rounds at par or better, but that's scoring, not finishes. Here's the crazy part. Nelson's records might actually be more impressive than what came next. Sam Snead. Sam Snead won the 1965 Greater Greensboro Open at 52 years, 10 months, and 8 days, the oldest PGA Tour victory. This wasn't just any win. It was at the same tournament where Snead had won 27 years earlier in 1938. His longevity was unmatched, spanning from the 1930s to the 1960s. Only 4 players have won past age 50 since 1975. Snead, Mickelson, Craig Stadler, and Fred Funk. Entering the final round, Snead trailed by 2 shots. At 52, most thought he was done competing with younger players, but Snead had other plans. He birdied the 2nd hole, then the 5th. By the turn, he had the lead. On the par 5 15th, Snead hit a perfect 3-wood to 15 feet and made the eagle putt. The crowd erupted. They were watching history. He parred the final 3 holes to win by 2 strokes, proving that experience and guile could still triumph over youth and power. Modern players rarely compete at the highest level past 45 due to physical demands and competition depth. The game's evolution, longer courses, better athletes, advanced training, makes late career wins increasingly rare. That wasn't the end of incredible age-related records. Vijay Singh. Vijay Singh won 22 PGA Tour events after turning 40, including the 2004 PGA Championship, surpassing Sam Snead's 17. Singh's work ethic was legendary. He'd practice until his hands bled, hitting balls from sunrise to sunset. His 34 total wins included 13 between ages 40 to 42, peaking with the 2008 FedEx Cup. He redefined what late career success could look like through pure dedication and relentless preparation. At the 2004 PGA Championship at Whistling Straits, Singh was 41 and facing a field full of young stars. After 3 rounds, he trailed by 3 shots. Sunday's final round was brutal. Winds gusting to 30 miles per hour off Lake Michigan. While others struggled, Singh grinded. He made clutch par saves on 14 and 15, then birdied 16 to take the lead. On 18, needing par to win his 3rd major, Singh hit a perfect 6-iron to 12 feet and 2-putted for victory. At 41, he had proven age was just a number when backed by incredible work ethic. Few players maintain elite performance past 40 today. The physical demands are too great, the competition too deep. Active veterans like Rory or Jordan Spieth are nowhere near this mark, and they're still in their 30s. Here's the thing about all these records. They showcase different types of dominance, but this next one is pure intimidation. Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods spent 683 total weeks as the world's #1 golfer, over 13 years at the top of the game. His longest consecutive streak was 281 weeks from 2005 to 2010, over 5 years straight. Greg Norman, the next closest, held #1 for 331 weeks, less than half of Tiger's total. During Tiger's reign, he won 15 majors and redefined what dominance looked like in professional golf. Tiger first claimed the top spot on June 15, 1997, at just 21 years old after winning the U.S. Open at Congressional. But his most dominant period came later. From June 2005 to October 2010, Tiger was untouchable. During this streak, he won 6 majors, including the 2008 U.S. Open at Torrey Pines on a broken leg. J.C. Snead once said about Jack Nicklaus, "Jack knows he's going to beat you, you know Jack's going to beat you, and you know that Jack knows he's going to beat you." The same applied to Tiger during his #1 reign. Today's #1 position changes hands constantly. Since Tiger's last stint in 2013, it's changed 20 times. The parity in modern golf makes sustained dominance nearly impossible. Rory McIlroy and Dustin Johnson are the only other players to spend over 100 weeks at number one since 1986. Tiger's dominance wasn't just about time at number one, it was about how he got there. Tiger Woods. In 2000, Tiger Woods averaged 67.79 strokes per round, the lowest scoring average in PGA Tour history. To understand how absurd this is, consider that a typical tour average hovers around 70. Tiger shaved over 2 strokes off the tour average for an entire season. That's not a hot streak. That's months of sustained perfection, where every part of his game was firing on all cylinders. The year 2000 was Tiger's peak. He won 9 tournaments, including 3 majors. At the Memorial Tournament that year, Tiger shot 67, 65, 65, 69 to win by 5 shots. But it was his consistency that was remarkable. Round after round, Tiger would shoot in the 60s. At the WGC NEC Invitational, he shot 61, 67, 68, 69 to win by 11 strokes. Competitors were demoralized before they even teed off. His ability to consistently overpower courses and outthink competitors was unmatched. This record showcases Tiger at his absolute best. When he wasn't just beating fields, he was lapping them. In today's competitive landscape, averaging under 68 for an entire season seems impossible. The depth of talent and course setups make this untouchable. But Tiger's records weren't the only ones that seemed impossible to break. Lydia Company. Lydia Ko won 10 LPGA Tour events before turning 19, starting with her victory at age 15 years, 4 months, and 2 days. Ko burst onto the scene in 2012 at the CN Canadian Women's Open, becoming the youngest LPGA winner in history. Earlier that year, she had won the New South Wales Open at age 14, becoming the youngest player to win a professional golf tournament. By 2014, Ko had 5 LPGA wins and was just getting started. At the 2015 Evian Championship, Ko was just 18 years old and chasing her first major. She entered the final round tied for the lead with Lexi Thompson. The pressure was immense, a teenager trying to win her first major against seasoned professionals. But Ko was ice cold. She birdied the second hole, then the 6th. On the par 5 ninth, she hit a perfect 5-wood to 12 feet and made eagle. The crowd was stunned. They were watching a teenager dismantle a major championship field. She shot 69 in the final round to win by 6 strokes, becoming the youngest major champion in LPGA history. Her consistency and composure were unmatched. While other teenagers figured out college applications, Ko was collecting trophies worldwide. In today's competitive women's golf, such early dominance is virtually impossible to replicate. Modern junior programs produce great players, but none have matched Ko's professional success at such a young age. If you love this video, subscribe now and help us hit 5,000 golf fans by month's end. These records aren't just numbers, they represent something we may never see again. Here you can watch our next video.